What's up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my full card quick picks and bets for UFC Auckland. Alright, before we start the video, if you guys can leave a like, also subscribe if you haven't yet. Trying to hit 600 subscribers over the weekend, so if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. Posted my DraftKings breakdown also. Posted a breakdown of the main event going into further detail on that, so if you guys want to check that out as well, you can. Let's start with the first fight of the night. Priscilla Cachoeira, or like we like to call her, Priscilla Catch-A-Beating versus Shanna Dobson. I like Priscilla Cachoeira here. I'll tell you why. I don't really think Shanna Dobson's that good. Shanna Dobson has 3 wins in her MMA career. 2 of those wins were against 0-0 fighters, and those 2 0-0 fighters have still, till this day, have not got a win in MMA. So she has 1 legit win, and it was over a 4-4 girl. So at least with Cachoeira, we know we're going to get toughness, we're going to get heart. She's going to come forward. She attempts like 10 significant strikes per minute. She lands like 3.5, but she does attempt 10 strikes per minute, which is insane rate. She's going to be coming forward the whole time. Both these girls are not going to try to get a takedown. Honestly, I think Cachoeira can come out here and try to get a takedown on Dobson. Would be smart. It would be really smart. But I do think Cachoeira is just going to wear on Dobson. They both throw a lot. They both land a lot. But I think Cachoeira is going to end up breaking Dobson. I think Cachoeira is a tougher fighter. I don't really think Dobson's that good at all. And honestly, I would not bet this fight at all. I would never bet on either of these girls. Both these girls should not be in the UFC. Not even close. Both these girls are very bad. But I do like Cachoeira to win this fight here against Dobson. Like I said, I wouldn't bet this fight, but don't be surprised if Cachoeira comes out here and even finishes the fight in the 3rd round. I just think she has that heart. She's going to come forward nonstop all fight. So give me Cachoeira to win a split decision. Maybe she loses round 1, but she comes and wins round 2 and 3. Dobson's cardio is not the best. Cachoeira's cardio is pretty dang good. So give me Cachoeira. All right. Maki Pitolo versus Takashi Sato. This fight's pretty simple. I think if Pitolo wants to win this fight, it's going to have to be in the 1st round. They call him Coconut Bombs for a reason. We saw him lose to Callum Potter. His last fight killed a lot of people. I know a lot of parlays were probably busted there. No reason he should have lost that fight. We were just waiting the whole time for him to get a knockout on Callum Potter because we saw Potter get knocked out before. We thought Pitolo could do it, but he ended up gassing himself out a little bit, and the 2nd and 3rd round was really slowing down, pretty tired. But in the 1st round, he was landing some really hard shots on Potter there. So don't know if Sato's going to be able to take those same shots Potter did. But if this does get out of the 1st round, I definitely can see Sato taking over, maybe get a 2nd or 3rd round finish. But overall, I'm going to go Maki Pitolo to get a 1st round knockout here. I believe he is the underdog. He is plus 115. Don't mind that at all. This fight is very close. It really could go either way, but plus 115 shot on Pitolo is something I'm definitely looking at. I just don't really think Sato's that good. I think he is the favorite because Pitolo did pull that huge stunt against Potter, but I do think Pitolo is probably the better fighter. If he improved that gas tank a little bit, I do think he can definitely have a lot of success. So give me Pitolo 1st round knockout. Angela Hill, Luma Lukmami. I see a lot of love for Luma here, and I don't really know why. Man, she's 3-1 or 3-2 now, or 4. She's 4-1. She's 4-1 going against Angela Hill. So she has 5 total fights in her MMA career. Angela Hill has about 10 fights in the UFC altogether. So just the experience advantage is just unreal here. So Luma's going to want to get this in the clinch. She's pretty strong in the clinch, but Angela Hill's a very good clinch fighter too. And maybe Luma tries to get some takedowns. Maybe she can get one. But Angela Hill has definitely been improving off of her back and in her BJJ as well. Luma's not going to submit Angela Hill or anything. I just don't really see a path to victory where Luma can win unless she makes it a really, really ugly clinch battle. But like I said, Angela Hill's fine in the clinch as well. I think Angela Hill can even probably get takedowns here. Don't think she's going to finish the fight. But Angela Hill's best bet to win this fight is probably keeping the distance, picking Luma apart, not letting Luma get that clinch where she's comfortable, and give me Angela Hill to win all 3 rounds. I just think this is a mismatch. I don't really know why people are betting Luma. Yes, she's improving, but Angela Hill, people always sleep on her. People are sleeping on her again here. I think she's gonna win this fight, and give me Angela Hill, unanimous decision. Kai Kara France, Tyson Nam. I like Kai Kara France here quite a bit. I think he's better everywhere, whether it be power, whether it be speed, whether it be the volume. Tyson Nam does throw with a lot of power, but so does Kai Kara France, and Nam's going to throw one big shot at a time, where you're going to see Kai Kara France come in here with multiple shots at a time. So I like Kai Kara France to win a pretty convincing decision here, 30-27. Maybe he knocks Nam down, maybe he finishes him. Maybe a 30-26. I just see this being such a mismatch. Tyson Nam got lost in unanimous decision to Sergio Pettis, who's not in the UFC anymore. I like Kai Kara France a lot. He's in his hometown. Honestly, I feel like this scorecards could already be written here, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. I don't think it's going to be a robbery or anything, but I like Kai Kara France to win, and I do have a bet on him. I have him in a parlay with one of the fighters later on the card, which I will get to, but would have bet him straight up. I think he's like minus 265 now, but like I said, I do have him in a parlay. Pretty confident in him and another fighter on the card, which I'll get to, but I just don't really see a path to victory from Nam, maybe knocking out, Kai Kara, but that's really not likely. So give me Kai Kara France, 30-27, unanimous decision. Colin Potter versus Song Kanan. The line, I think, should be a little bit wider, but we saw Potter pull an upset. Potter is plus 170, and Song is minus 200. Honestly, do not mind a shot on Song here at minus 200. I think that price is very fair. He has by far the better advantage on the feet, the power advantage. It's just a matter of, is he going to get taken down? And if he does get taken down, can he get back up? We saw with Derek Krantz, he was taken down, held down for a little bit, but he was able to get back up, and Krantz is the better wrestler than Potter, so I think he should have no problem here. I think we're going to see probably Potter, if he is getting beaten up on the feet, which I think will happen. Maybe he pulls guard, maybe like a Paul Craig-ish type fight, trying to pull guard everywhere. But I think he probably will take down Song at one point in the fight, but I think Song will be able to get back up. Like I said, minus 200 is not a bad price if you want to take a shot on Song here. I think you could possibly get a knockout as well. We've seen Potter knocked out by Jalen Turner, so give me Song here. Give me a second-round knockout. Potter does have that toughness, but I think Song, once it's on the feet, Song just has that power, and he's much, much better on the feet. So basically, if he stops those takedowns, I definitely see a second-round knockout there. So yeah, give me Song. Jake Matthews versus Emil Meek. Going with another dog here, and Emil Meek. I just think Jake Matthews is honestly a little overrated. Meek is taking like a year-and-a-half layoff. We know the path to victory to beat Meek. We got to take him down and grind him out. But I don't really see Jake Matthews being able to do that. Meek's takedown defense isn't really that bad, and like I said, he took a year-and-a-half layoff, so maybe he improved that takedown defense. If he did, Matthews is in a world of trouble here, going against Emil Meek, who hits very, very hard, and I just think Matthews is a little bit overrated. I think there's a lot of name value on that line there. And, yeah, Jake Matthews minus 200, Emil Meek plus 170. Probably going to take a shot on Emil Meek at plus 170. I think he can, if he stops those takedowns, which I think he will be able to do, I think he can land that knockout shot on Jake Matthews. Don't know about if he can win a decision here. I think he might be able to get Meek down. Matthews might be able to get Meek down a couple times, but I'm fine with Meek getting back up. And once it's on the feet, I think there's a power advantage to Meek by far, and I think he can definitely land that shot and put Matthews away. But it is a close fight. It is a very close fight. I think the line should be a lot closer. That's why I think you're getting a lot of value on Meek at plus 170. I would like the line to be a little bit better with all that name value on Matthews. Pretty much a fan favorite to a lot of people. So I wish we were getting like plus 200, but plus 170, I'm really feeling pretty good about Emil Meek here. All right. Next we got Jalen Turner versus Josh Kulabalo. it was Jamie Malarkey, but Koulibaly's coming on here on short notice, coming up a weight class. Just the size advantage is going to be crazy here with Jalen Turner. Turner's 6'3". Koulibaly, I think, is like, 5'11", 6 foot. Just the size advantage is going to be crazy here. Coming up a weight class, I don't think Koulibaly's powers want to translate well as most cases it doesn't. But Jalen Turner hits very, very hard. I think Koulibaly's best bet is to try to get Turner down with some wrestling. But Frivolo was getting him down, but Frivolo's a very good wrestler, so can't take much into that. But I think Turner will be able to stuff the takedowns, and when it's on the feet, just that size, that reach advantage there, and that power, I think, is really going to hurt Koulibaly. And I see a first or second round finish by Jalen Turner, and I'm actually really liking that price, minus 210. I thought it was like minus 190, but looks like it got a little wider there. So I don't know. I wish it was a little bit closer, but honestly, this looks like a smash spot to me. Maybe put him in a parlay or two. Don't have a bet on Turner yet, but minus 210 is a very good price there. But just find it really hard to see Koulibaly winning this fight. Maybe a fluke knockout, but like I said, he's coming up in a weight class. I don't know if that power is going to really translate. So give me Turner, second round knockout. Kevin Aguilar, Zabara Tukagov. This fight is a pick 'em for a reason. I think Kevin Aguilar is maybe the slight favorite now. But Aguilar's takedown defense was questionable early in his career, but he has improved that quite a bit. But Zabara is just going to come forward nonstop, trying to get takedowns. So this is a very tough fight to call. I think Aguilar can possibly stop a couple takedowns and maybe hurt Zabara on the feet. Aguilar has some crazy power, but if I had to pick one fighter, which is very tough, I'm going to go with Zabara here. I just think he's going to be relentless with those takedowns. As long as he can not get knocked out, avoid those huge shots Aguilar is going to take. I think Zabara can probably take him down, grind on him. A very, very close decision here. But don't be surprised if Aguilar stops these takedowns. His takedown defense has been improving each fight and gets a finish. But I think the more likely scenario is Zabara just getting him down, taking him down, laying on him, not letting him get back up, and winning a very close, boring decision. But like I said, it can go either way. But give me Zabara. No bet. Wouldn't touch this. It's just such a close fight. Brad Riddell, Magomed Mustafayev. I actually like Mustafayev quite a bit here. Let's see what his line is here. Minus 130 Mustafayev and plus 110 Brad Riddell. I actually think Mustafayev should be a little bit more of a heavier favorite, maybe minus 165. I think there's a lot of hype built around Brad Riddell. We saw Brad Riddell in a very good war with Jamie Malarkey. And Brad Riddell's eating a lot of shots, but I think he's not going to be able to eat those same shots from someone like Mustafayev, who throws so hard, who throws really hard kicks. And I do think Mustafayev would be smart to take this to the ground. We saw Malarkey take down Brad Riddell. I think Mustafayev can do that if he tries, but I don't know if he's going to try to take him down or just try to stand with Riddell. But I think it'd be in his best interest to try to take him down. But even if this is on the feet, that power of Mustafayev, I think can really hurt Riddell. Riddell doesn't have the best striking defense. We've seen him get hit a lot by Malarkey. But he is tough. So I'm going to go Magomed Mustafayev with a first or second round knockout here. Just that power is crazy. Maybe he takes him down. If he takes him down, maybe beats him up on the ground a little bit. I think he can wear on Riddell throughout the fight. But I'm just picturing a first or second round knockout. But I wouldn't be surprised if Riddell ended up winning like a striking-based, volume-based decision. Because Magomed doesn't throw the most significant strikes per minute. He throws like 2.5 per minute, but he throws them with so much power. And I think this is going to be a very good fight, maybe a possible fight of the night candidate as well. So give me Magomed Mustafayev in this fight with a first or second round finish. All right. I don't really know why this is on the main card. Ben Sassoli, Marcos Rogerio de Lima. Um, this one's pretty simple. It's heavyweight fight. Anything can happen. But I think if De Lima comes out here and tries to take it down Ben Sosoli, maybe he can get a first round submission. But if he does not get that first round submission or even a first round knockout, he throws so hard. I think Ben Sosoli can win a decision here. It's just a matter of can Ben Sosoli get out of that first round. That's when De Lima is the most dangerous, but his gas tank is just so bad. He's pretty out of shape. Both guys look a little out of shape, but De Lima does have that bad gas tank. So if Sosoli can get out of that first round, I think he's live for a decision, maybe a late fight stoppage. But man, I'm gonna pick Ben Sosoli by decision here. I think he's gonna get out of this first round. I think Rogerio De Lima is going to try to stand with him. Ben Sosoli's never been knocked out. I believe he has like 10 or 11 fights. He's never been knocked out. So if De Lima comes out here and takes him down right away, the fight's probably going to be over. But if he stands with him, which I think he's going to, Sosoli has a pretty good chin. And once he gets out of that first round, I think he can start taking over. But it is concerning that he did lose a decision to Greg Hardy. But, De Lima doesn't have that speed and that gas tank of Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy doesn't have the best gas tank, but it's definitely better than De Lima. So give me Sosoli. Probably losing the first round and coming back and winning the last two in a very, very ugly fight. All right, Carolina versus Jan Zenon. This is the other part of my parlay here. Jan Zenon, Carolina's on her way out. She's lost 3 in a row. Jan's the better striker here. I don't think Carolina's going to come out here and try to take Jan down or anything, which would probably be smart. But even if she did, I think Jan will be fine here. I just think Jan's going to throw the harder shots, the more volume, out-volume her. Pretty easy decision here. I find it really hard to see Carolina winning here. So give me Jan in the second leg of my parlay for plus money there with Kaikar France. I like Jan quite a bit. All right, Jim Crute versus Mikhail Olazechuk. This fight's very, very tough to call. But give me Olazechuk here. I think he's going to come out here, work that body of Crute. Crute is probably going to come out here trying to look for takedowns. I think that'd be smart. But Jim Crute doesn't have the best wrestling. So I think Olazechuk can stop those takedowns. If he does get him down, I do worry about Olazechuk getting submitted. But overall, I think Olazechuk's gonna want some revenge. He lost his last fight. So did Crute. He lost to OSP. Not a really good look. Got submitted there, but I think he's gonna come out here, work the body. Very good at working the body. Possibly get a first round stoppage here. But this is a close fight. I can see Crute maybe taking down Olazechuk. Which is possible, maybe submitting him. But overall, I'm going to lean with Olazechuk to stop those takedowns and really work the body, work the head, get a finish in the first round. But wouldn't be surprised if Crute got a finish as well. This fight's like minus 245. Fight does not go to decision, so probably going to end inside the distance. But give me the more dangerous fighter, the more dangerous striker in Olazechuk, and to get him out of there first round. All right, not going to touch on this too much, because I did post a prediction video and breakdown on it, but this fight's very close. Paul Felder, Dan Hooker. Basically, I think Hooker can win the first couple rounds. I think that length and that reach will give Felder some problems here. Maybe he even tries to take Felder down, but I just think that he's going to out-volume Paul Felder, and then once it gets into the later rounds, that's when it starts to worry me that Felder can possibly take over and maybe get a late fight stoppage, maybe, or even just take over those last 2 rounds, maybe get a very close decision. But we are in Dan Hooker's hometown here, so I think if this does go to decision, like I mentioned in my fight breakdown video of the main event, when Hooker lands those shots, those hard shots, we're going to hear a bunch of oohs and ahs from the crowd, and I really do think that does influence the judge's decision. So give me Dan Hooker. I think this fight's going to decision. Wouldn't bet this fight. I think it should be closer to a pick'em. Felder's always live for that knockout, but people are talking about Felder's toughness. I think Dan Hooker's tough as well. So give me Hooker. Give me a very close decision. Maybe he wins the first 3 rounds, loses the last 2. just something really close like that, like a very close, maybe even controversial decision. But I just think he's an out volume Felder, and I think he's really going to give some problems with his length and reach. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he was the first one to finish Felder as well. Alright guys, that's about it. If you guys enjoyed the breakdown, please like this video. Also subscribe if you haven't yet, and good luck this weekend.